If you say I need, it's really the scarcity mindset because you have a lack. Oh my God, I need client, I need the money. I want a client. If it's a good fit, then it could be a cooperation.
All right, so hello and welcome to Your Brand, Your Business, the show where we dive into the stories and strategies behind building a successful and profitable brand. I am Marie, your host of this podcast, and I'm also entrepreneur and brand strategist. And today I am so excited to introduce our guest who is also from my country of origin, being Czechia, Sharka, who will be sharing her expertise on how to grow community on LinkedIn. Sharka, hello. And
Hello,
thank you
Mary.
so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you please tell us more about yourself to our audience, who you are and what do you do?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm really grateful for that. And I specialized on LinkedIn. It means I help leaders to use LinkedIn strategically to reach their goals. It means I coach them, I do workshops, or I do the whole account management. And the big part of my services is also the focus on the growth mindset.
Nice. Thank you so much for this introduction. I really like to follow your LinkedIn. You are sharing a lot of valuable tips on how to grow the community on LinkedIn, how to, for example, also grow the business on LinkedIn. So I am you're a really big fan. And can you tell us about how did you become a LinkedIn and mindset strategist?
Thank you very much. I appreciate you and thanks for following also. Yes, for me, it's actually the community, the real relationships are crucial because I'm a very curious person and I'm really interested in people's stories because they inspire me. And that's why I really like get to know people, really get to know their stories, who they really are. And that's why I decided to focus on LinkedIn to focus on building genuine relationships, building communities with the right mindset, and help others to do the same and to find their voice on LinkedIn and to establish the voice, to share the stories, because so many people are afraid of putting themselves out, of sharing their expertise, their experience, and that's how I help. Yes.
Nice. And can you also tell us more about your story? Have you always been the LinkedIn strategist, or was there some bumps up and downs with like the career, and then eventually you landed in this field?
Actually, I studied law in the Czech Republic, and it's then I came to Germany because I always had a dream to study abroad. And at the time, German was for me the language that I could do it. So I applied for a scholarship, I got it, and then I moved to Germany in 1999, and I continued the study there, the law study for 2 years. I finished it, the LLM, a master, and then I met my husband, now my ex-husband, and then I stayed in Germany, and I knew I can. I can't do law in Germany, but I thought, okay, I have a diploma. But then, yeah, they told me, no, you actually for us you are like without a diploma. That was why I decided to continue my studies and to study marketing, sales, economics, and tourism in Germany for master, not for sorry for bachelor. So for 3 years, and we had every time 3 months studies, 3 months working, and this was actually the best thing that happened to me because I could apply my knowledge from learning law, and then I developed myself and this marketing that actually became my passion, also sales. Yeah, and then I really love Switzerland because I fell in love with the Swiss Alps, and that was why I came to Switzerland. And I started. I actually did the last part of these studies, the last practical part in Switzerland, and that was how I came to Switzerland, where then I worked for 17 years in marketing sales in tourism regions, or I worked for railway, mountain cable cars companies. And yeah, then in 2019, actually, I was traveling a lot for my employer, and suddenly a thought pop up in my mind, like, where do you see yourself in 20 years? And I didn't have an answer, so just changed the suitcase and was traveling again for a business trip. Yeah, and then my mentor, she told me that she sees me as an entrepreneur, and of course at the beginning I said no, no, and then I started working with her in 2021, and I also started developing my LinkedIn skills. I started with Germans, but then I worked for 2.5 years with the American, at that time, LinkedIn influencer Shay Robotham, and it was actually, yeah, how I came to LinkedIn, and then I got immediately the first client, and then I started building my LinkedIn presence and helping people, meeting inspiring people like you, for example.
Nice. I really enjoy also your video creation on LinkedIn, always with the background of Switzerland and how you are outside. And it brings also a really nice vibe because all the time we are sitting in front of the computer. So, like when you are recording your videos, it gives a vibe of the nature. And to be honest, I was just watching one of your videos recently. And if I wouldn't know that you are from Czech Republic, I would. You have a really strong German accent, actually. Maybe it's from the years of living in Germany and in Switzerland. That
Thank you. Yes, this actually my brand also, that I'm doing all the videos outside. This is actually how I started being active on LinkedIn, because when I started working with Cheryl Bottom, it was actually the video bootcamp where I signed in, and then I continued working with her. So actually I started doing videos in 2021 for LinkedIn, and yeah, publishing them, and actually, yeah, it was one of my first post, the first video, and then I continued every week, usually once a week. Sometimes the weather is not so nice, so sometimes I can't go outside. I don't do the video, but I try to record also, like, sometimes more per week. But yeah, it's actually, for me, I do them at once, so I do them at one take. So I started with scripts, and then I learned it, but now really I don't have scripts. I just know the start and then the bullet points, and I talk. And that's why for me it's actually enough to do one video for one take, because I don't edit them, like, and don't cut them. I only edit the subtitles. So yeah,
Mm,
it's and
really
nature is my passion. That's also a very important value for me, to really recharge in nature. I love nature. I love animals, and yeah, that's also, yeah, that's my brand actually. Yes.
nice. I also really love nature, so this we have in common. I actually grew up in farm, but now with all of the busy life and traveling, sometimes you don't have a lot of time to spend in nature. But every time when I come back to Czech Republic, we have really nice forests, and I really also have it as a value to recharge my batteries and from being all the time in front of the computer. Speaking about Czech Republic, is building a personal brand different in Czechia or Germany versus in Switzerland?
I will say not, because it's all about yourself and helping others, serving others, believing in yourself, building a community, building genuine relationships, being authentic, that you really show yourself who you are, um, and you really show your values that you live, and build these strong relationships, strong connections, and of course the consistency is crucial, and the right mindset and the right strategy. So I will say it's everywhere the same. You just have to have this foundation for this, and this mindset also.
Mm. And is there not, for example, language barrier? Because all of these countries are really specific with their audience. Usually Czech people want to speak Czech. Also, I believe German people, they feel more comfortable with German. So your ideal client is from Switzerland, or who is your ideal client actually, and how did you find this person?
That's a good question. Yeah, my clients, so the major part of my clients are actually from Switzerland, but I also target the DACH region, so Austria, Germany. I had also some German clients, and I had clients from Dubai, now from the US. So actually, I target also the English-speaking countries, and for me, the ideal client is I don't define it because of the language or because of the country. Of course, there are countries that I really want to work with. That's as I said, but for me, it's important that the right fit is really the person who has the right mindset and who wants to develop themselves and who really see the potential in LinkedIn, who really like people, have interest in people. I want to achieve their goals with LinkedIn and believe in that also. So and that's actually people who I target, and those are for me leaders. It means entrepreneurs and also executives, C-level executives who really want to make impact. So it's on one hand they want to be a thought leader, on the other hand they want to get new candidates, new clients. They want to get more brand awareness, position themselves as an attractive employer or build a personal brand.
Mm. Yes, I also really like how you stress the values that the person who is your potential client, even when you are actually doing some mapping, because it's not always that if the client wants, you go for it. It needs to be the match from your perspective, but also the client perspective. And usually, like, he or she needs to match also your values. He or she needs to be also in a position where he believes or she believes in the certain aspects, like that they want to grow on the LinkedIn, on this platform. They believe in the potential of it. So I really like how you stressed the values and the position of the mindset of the client, because this is really important. I have a lots of networks where I see that, for example, they tend to go more for low profile clients, because they come often to them, like for like services, etc. What do you think about this, when like positioning the client and like low profile clients versus high profile clients? Because there is also a lot of work behind it, because if you go for the low profile clients and you don't, for example, increase your fees, then you might have much more work with them, just to position them in the right mindset, telling them, for example, what the LinkedIn is about, etc. Whereas going for the high profile clients who are already positioned on LinkedIn, and just give them that last touch, that spark, can actually just boost their profile much more, and you don't need to spend, for example, 4 hours of preparation for 1 hour of the consultation. So what is your opinion about this?
Actually, I help both. So I really, for example, in workshops, some people created a LinkedIn profile directly in the workshops, and they started being active. And then I gave them the homework, and the next workshop we talk about that, and I reviewed the text for them in the workshop. In the coaching, it's myself writing the text for them based on the strategic goal. I sent first a questionnaire, and then we have a strategic call, and then along then we have a call where we define the LinkedIn strategy, and then along this strategy I create text for the profile. I help them with the scripts to write in their tone, their voice.
Mm,
So Actually, for me, it doesn't matter so much because I mean, you can let shine someone on LinkedIn who isn't so much active, and you can really help them and move them forward, as well as if you have people that are already active, that have built a LinkedIn brand, but they don't have perhaps the clarity, perhaps they don't have the strategy, perhaps they don't know how to engage and build a really strong community, which is crucial, or how to write posts that convert also. So actually, the principles are the same. For me, it's really everything starts with the right LinkedIn strategy, personalized LinkedIn strategy, with the right mindset and attitude, and then also the routine. The people really have to use LinkedIn every day. It doesn't have to be 1 hour. It's I say if you check in LinkedIn in the morning between 5, 10, 30 minutes per day, or in the morning and then in the evening, depends. Sometimes could be more, sometimes less, but regularly. And if you are really consistent, so posting, also commenting, connecting with people, DMing consistently, then you will get the results. And when you, of course, when you believe in yourself and in your service and in the power of LinkedIn, of course. So I think the approach is the same. Those people are in different stages of with their services or their companies, but it's all about actually how they think and what they can really reach if they have the right strategies that really works on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is social media platform, but it works differently from other tools of other social media platforms. And that's crucial to understand how the platform works and how can I use it efficiently.
And you said that it's really important what your potential clients think. So, what are usually the questions that you are asking in exploratory call or in your form? I actually don't know how you are catching the leads, but do you ask them about motivation, or how do you actually know what your clients think and if they are in the right position for you to really go for it and find a deal together?
It's a great question. So I really try to pre-qualify in DMs, because actually the magic happens in the DMs. And then if you think, okay, either I can help the person to give some tips, or it could be a potential client, then I try to get in a call. And I don't get in a call like in the first call. It's like not I want to make a sale. It's actually I want to serve. I want to help the person, and then we will show. And I want to get the person get to know her or him better. So in the DMs, I really first I try to build this emotional connection, and then yeah, I ask them actually about uh, about themselves, that I get to know more about them, that I can think, okay, I see it on the profile if the person needs some tips or not. But actually I also want to check if the person sees she has a problem or she has a challenge, and if she's looking for solutions, and yeah, if she's open also to exchange. So these are the important things for me in the DMs, and then I take it to the call, where I really discover what are really the challenges, what are the services, but what are the challenges um, on LinkedIn mostly, and also other challenges, but on LinkedIn is crucial, and what did they did till now or have done till now. And yeah, what I really want to find out where they need the help, what actually would help them, because yeah, it's everything is personalized. Every person is different, and so we have to have different approach. So some clients, when they start to say, yeah, I need clients, and it's also the word need already. It's all about mindset. So this is the scariest mindset. But then I say, okay, stop. If I then start working with them, of course, or I ask for permission. And then I say, okay, this is scarcity mindset. You have to think, I want clients. So this is, for example, a big difference.
Mm. And can you tell us more about this difference between a need and want? What does it actually trigger? Because I, for example, never thought about it.
Yeah, the need, if you say I need, it's really the scarcity mindset because you have a lack. You have a lack, or you really think, oh my God, I need client, I need the money. But if you go in the call, or so if the person think like, I want a client, it's a indifferent approach because the I want, it's okay if it's a good fit, then it could be a cooperation. If it's not a good fit, doesn't matter, there are others. But if you are really like with the mindset I need, then the person also, it's about the energy, the person feel it, and it's like, okay, um it's the same thing if you come into the shop and they really try to sell you, and
Mm,
people don't want to be sold, they want to buy. And that's really the experience that you made them to decide, but you help them, you give them the help, gave them how they could reach the transformation they wish.
mm. Yeah, now I really see the difference. I was like, I think that I never thought about it because also of the multicultural environment. You are meeting with a lots of people from different cultures, different countries. So I think that I was never really sensitive to the usage of need versus want. But I will pay attention to it because it makes so much sense. And it also triggers in me a specific emotion when you tell it like, I need client versus I want client, because the I want client is more about like I am willing to help someone. I have the knowledge. I want to showcase it. I really see a problem that some people might have. Whereas the need is more economical. That like I'm drowning in the bills and like I just need to pay them. I just want to quit my 9 to 5 and that's it. I mean, I understand most of the people need to quit the 9 to 5, and but let's first like find out who you actually are, what are your skills, what are your strengths, and how you can help people. Do you also advise at the beginning of the career when somebody wants to embark on the similar journey like you, to maybe do at the beginning some services for free, or they should immediately jump for the paying clients if they don't really have experience at the beginning, like they, for example, worked in corporate job in the sales, and they have like 5 years of experience in sales, and now they decide to do the sales coaching on LinkedIn. Should they start with some free service at the beginning to just see what are the pain points, etc., or they should immediately charge?
It's a great question. I will say something also regarding what you said before, because it was popping in my mind that actually it's all about LinkedIn is and our life also. So it's all about helping people. And if people change this mindset on LinkedIn, there will no more be these sales pitches everywhere, sales pitches in the first or second DM, and they will see everything differently because helping people, that's actually how we realize our purpose, and the money come with it, but it's not the money that is first. So first is really to serve people, to help them become their better version. So this also to this mindset. Thank you, yeah, thank you. To your question, I would say it depends. So um, if the person, for example, is really a great in sales, and this person want to quit her corporate job, and she or he has already requests for to help with sales, then why not? Then start with a paid service immediately. But if the person want to start his business, and they don't have clients, and they really want perhaps start from scratch in a different industry, also in the same industry, but they don't have clients for the service, then it's important to get the first testimonial actually, as I started, I helped a mental trainer. I gave them my LinkedIn coaching, and he gave me a LinkedIn, no, LinkedIn was me. He gave me the mental training. So it was also the win-win situation, and he was my first client. So. Uh, yeah, so it really depends. You don't have to do this barter um, business every time. You can also work for free, but if you work for free, it should be only at the beginning, and then you really have to ask. Okay, I can do this for you for free, but I would like, you don't even have to say for free. I will like offer this to you. It's also better words than for free, because for free usually people don't appreciate that. So like, I will offer you my service, and what I would like to have in exchange is testimonial. It's a video testimonial or testimonial for LinkedIn, for my website, whatever. And perhaps if you want also recommendation to recommend to other people how satisfied you were with the service. So this helps, yes. And of course, I mean, if you help someone who is really known, that this testimony is really a big value. So yeah, it depends. It depends actually also on the target audience. So
Did you already help somebody very well known that you have like yeah, this is the one testimonial like which or you are still in the process in like getting like of course like every person like can be like senior in senior position in some corporate but like I mean very well known like for example Yasmin Alic or something like this.
no, I am in his community, also in the community of Richard Moore currently, and in both programs from them. So I'm working with them, but as a client. So yeah, I'm learning from them. Yeah, I work with many companies that are known, also well known in Switzerland. But yeah, I haven't worked for like such a big influencer. Yeah, but you don't have to. I mean, there are so many inspiring people everywhere, and so many people with like-minded people with the same mindset. So, yeah, it's. I found every work, every collaboration with the client let you learn and grow.
Mm. Yeah, I really like this statement that it makes you also evolve yourself, your services. For example, what I did at the beginning of my career was to use mentorship platforms because there are a lot of platforms where you have there is not really this win-win situation, but they are using senior experts who are then helping juniors. So I, for example, was in platforms like Women in Tech. So I was helping young women in IT and in technology who wanted to embark on the IT journey, which is super men-dominated field. And I started to embark on this mentorship journey, and I really loved it. And after that, I also joined other platforms like Fun Palette, which is about again like mentorship. There, I started to do branding, helping with social media, and there are plenty of them. I think that I'm still on some. And always what I do is currently when I also have the paid client base and I'm extending my services and the product, always there is a reason why I want to, for example, coach this person. And at the beginning, I always state like, usually I do this for as a paid service, but I want you to be actually my client here for free because of the reason. And one of the reasons was there was a Czech lady. Because I don't have a lot of clients from Czech, which is quite surprising, and there was a Czech lady who reached out to me via one of the platforms, and she also, by coincidence, has the same surname as me, but we are not related. And she reached out to me that she saw me on LinkedIn and that she would love to actually do what I do, and if I can mentor her. And then I had a call with her, and I told her that yes, I will be her mentor, but in return, I would like to know more about her pain points. That during the different calls, I will be really asking questions about what she's currently struggling with. I want her to be vulnerable with me. I want her to really disclose me what she is currently at, so that I can more understand the Czech market, and also then target on it on LinkedIn. So this is also one of the tips what you can do as a win-win situation, even though these platforms sometimes don't really state the win-win, that you are the mentor and you teach the juniors. Don't be afraid to actually set the scene at the beginning of any kind of partnership that you do with any kind of client, either paid or for free, if you see this big value for it. So I would like to just add.
That's really important point. I mean, partnerships are really priceless. So it's actually, yeah. I mean, how you can collaborate with different people. I did it for some LinkedIn posts also, and this is, I mean, it helps you and it helps the people who you are collaborate with. Also on LinkedIn, if you are just only doing one post together, carousel or whatever. So yeah, but there are many ways how can you partner with someone. So this is a really great tip.
Mm. Also, you mentioned earlier during this podcast episode that even if the person opens the LinkedIn in the morning, for example, for 5-10 minutes, it's really can boost your engagement, etc. What actually happened to me recently, or the last maybe like 4 or 5 months, is that I really use LinkedIn, something also like my email. Like my email before was the first thing I opened when I started to work. The email was the thing where I usually had the connections, I usually communicated with the clients. But currently, I also open LinkedIn together with my email, and I really treat it in the similar way that I just do a different task. It's more interactive way of using my email, but also it sometimes replaces the email that with my clients who I teach, for example, about LinkedIn strategy. It's I tell them like, yeah, I will reach out to you on LinkedIn instead of via email. Do you think that LinkedIn can actually replace email, or what is currently happening with this phenomenon?
Yeah, I'm actually doing the same. Yeah, I would say also it depends on person. So it depends how the people are with technology and so on. What are they used to use? But yeah, I will. That's a good question. Will LinkedIn replace the email? I will not say it will replace completely, but there are still more and more people using also their link to LinkedIn on their websites. And I mean, it's so easy to contact someone on LinkedIn if you know how to do it in the right way and to start building the relationship or nurturing it also with the contacts that you already have, but you don't have so much contact. So yeah, I mean it's easy. You are on the platform, you are there. So it's also about discipline, how you use this platform, how you use it efficiently. Um, yeah, there are more and more people using LinkedIn. So of course you get also many messages with pitching, but I really wish those people will understand how LinkedIn really works and how they can build the true and genuine community so that they won't send this pitches. I think this is also the point that many people say, yeah, I will use email. I don't want to see these pitches, but I think it depends on the people. So I think it will be both, but LinkedIn is more and more used. Yeah.
Also, who you follow. Like, if you are seeing things that you don't really relate to, if you don't want to really see that things, then probably you should go through your followings, through your connections, and a bit clean it up. I mean, if you are VC, I can then understand why you have LinkedIn full of pitches. But if you are not VC, if you don't have like seven-figure investing budget, then you don't need to have the pitching feed on your LinkedIn. It's just your choice, and these choices are out there. You also mentioned like how to contact people in the right way. So how to contact people in the right way. Do you have some quick tips on how a person should, for example, contact on LinkedIn? Because I know that all of us who are currently even listening knows that like on LinkedIn there are so many like call to messagings that really feel as a machine way. So if I am a solopreneur, business owner, CEO, how should I contact